That's two layers of rubber
Yeah.
in there.
So
Okay.
if somebody's looking at it, coming have a bit of inspection
Yep.
down the river and see what's going on, this outside one will obviously perish or whatever, and you'll see it starting to crack and what have you, and the other one's on the other side. So
Doing the same thing.
well, it probably won't do it same on the other side because this one got where the disc is, but you'll generally see it. So if it gets a hole in one bit, it won't be in the other.
Wouldn't they both
They won't
perish
go
at the same?
They won't go together. You'll find that the other one.
Because this one's exposed to more light.
Oh,
Maybe, or
and the disc on here is where it's
pushing against it.
yeah with the one with the water on. I think is less likely to see this damage on this side first.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could check that with him, or even if he does know. So when the diaphragm comes here, it's just pushing this shaft, and in here is just a leather cup, like in a standard pump, inside that stainless steel tube, and that's what's pushing the water out. So it pushes it out, and there's a non-return valve, so when it goes back, it doesn't suck air from here, it sucks water in there. It's as simple as that. That one there's the water's coming in. Now the water's either coming in this because we've got this sitting in the water, sucking water from there,
We've got the
Or it
hose
could
going
be
in
because-
and-
or we've got a hose from here
Yep.
into the
connects-
drive pipe,
Yep.
or we've got a hose from here going all
Right
out
back up
somewhere
to
where there's some
wherever.
nice
Yeah.
clean water somewhere
So,
else.
can you maybe explain or talk about how you,
Yeah.
when you started up,
Right,
how
here's
you actually, what you would actually do to? Oh, it does have two rings on
we've
it.
got two
Okay.
hooks to hook a chain to, so it doesn't disappear in the.
I like how it's made in Australia, but actually it's made in China.
It's probably just one part in Australia.
No, these are made in China.
You know how it works. In most places, jurisdictions, if it's over a certain percentage,
That's right.
it's made.
It's me.
With our CER, it's real awkward. In New Zealand, we've got to have 60% to have, say, New Zealand made for Australia. They only need 40%
Yeah,
Oh,
to
do
say
they?
it's made in
In
Australia.
Australia.
yeah,
Made in
Okay.
Australia.
Right.
that's right.
And it'll be more than 40% the margins. So they could have something made in Timbuktu, and they call it, and the Aussies call it Australian
Yeah,
made
yeah.
Oh, I
when
see.
they ship it to here under CER. It's just I tell you what, we're screwed both ways. Now, this, that flopper valve here that shut off the
Yep.
off the water being able to just come into the dry pipe and straight out is that thing, and,
Oh, right.
and it's got a big handle on it here. See,
What's the handle for?
nothing other than to start it,
Ah, right. Okay.
and also to feel it working.
Just a.
Because as the water's coming in here and trying to come out there, that thing will shut, causes the pump to work. And when you're adjusting this, you put your hand on here.
Okay.
So somebody just needs to start up and get it going and showing anybody, and they'll say, look, feel what it's doing. Just hold, just
So you wouldn't actually be moving it. You'll feel it actually.
you just
doing
hold
its
it
own
lightly,
thing,
and it'll be
it's gonna
doing its own thing.
And once it's moving like that, you know that it's adjusted properly.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
and they'll soon get used to the feel it's got.
Yeah.
That when it's how much it's moving and
Right.
and how evenly it's going.
So if it's not going properly, what are some of the sort of things it'll do?
This will want to stay a bit open or then
Kind of
go
get caught
suddenly
in one
and then
place
stop
or
and not
jerk
it
or-
just not even,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
not even. So the only reason that knob's on there is to get in there to let the water's trying to come through. You block it now, push it in to let it come,
Okay.
and it'll get underway.
Okay.
So that now. He's saying don't forget to tighten the lock nuts, isn't he? Which is a bit common sense, right?
Yeah. But
Now-
easily forgotten.
Yeah, ones are just tight all the time, and this other one,
So the top one, when you first start, you would tighten the top one,
yeah, I think
and
that's
you'd
how it goes.
loosen
Yeah,
the other two, or
I think you'd have to do that on your first one, and you'll know. I'm not I can't even remember which way around it was. But basically this one here is to control it. This one here
Yep.
just pushes on the spring that's working this. That's all that's doing. So it's getting the balance of the water in the drive pipe to make this come shut and open again. So it's spring loaded to open. The water coming in the drive pipe around behind here pushes this shut,
Right.
and the spring pulls it
Push it
open,
again.
let the water come back out
Yep.
until next time
The
it
water,
builds
weight
up,
of the water overcomes the spring and pushes
pushes it
shut.
here,
Yeah.
and then of course because of the surge, right, it's going nice and evenly, and then you suddenly stop it, boom, and that's what pushes the diaphragm.
Yeah.
So the tension on this spring is all
So what does
dependent on the
what
length
does
of that.
this actually do? What is this?
All it's doing is altering the tension on this spring
on the spring for that
for
waist
this
valve.
flapper.
Okay.
Right.
That's all it's doing, because obviously that, depending on the length of this and the weight of the water in it and what have you, is this spring needs to be set
So
to make
if
it
that
work.
spring is really under a lot of tension, then it's going to make that flap hard to shut. There's going
Exactly.
to need to be more water
Yep.
to shut it, and the oscillations would be slower.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
so you'd have
well,
a slower cycle because it's
yes,
it's going to take longer for the water to get in there, fill it up, create more weight to shut that.
exactly.
Then the diaphragm will only compress once that happens.
Exactly
Yep,
that.
okay.
And the other way around,
If
when
it's
we
really-
have it too light,
Yep.
it wants to
gonna
go
go
here
all
and it's
the
only going
time.
to open a little bit.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah,
go,
yeah,
isn't it?
okay.
Yeah.
So and then once
next
you've got
to,
it to
and next to pumping next to nothing.
nothing's going up. So once you've got it to wherever that's a nice feel,
Yep.
then you tighten up.
Well, after
these-
you've got it set, you just
Yep.
relock
Tighten
it.
up both
And
of
that
these. Now,
locks
when
it.
you do that, do you actually bring off that lock nut and then tighten them both up like that, or
No,
do
well-
you? How far out should they be? Have
Actually,
you got? Is that wet green paint?
I didn't think it was wet, but don't worry.
I don't want to
Yeah,
get green paint on
No,
me.
you don't get it on you. Now, this one here is got a little plate on it, so that this, when this shuts, when this comes across and shuts,